Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Kureon. I am, of course, your Dungeon Master, Stuart, and I'm joined by my usual party, who are all fairly chipper tonight. We're a little late because of Susie's fault, but we're just going to get straight into it, unless anyone has anything to say before we get started.
Please don't kill us.
Yeah.
I have no intention of that. Don't worry. If you die, it's your own fault.
Good.
Not helping.
Just a disclaimer.
Not helping.
Anyway, let's get going, shall we? So, last session, you all had... Let's try that again, shall we? Last session, you had all held up in the camp where you had taken out the cultists the night before. And after a interesting journey through the swamp trying to coerce two cultists who would come to check up on the camp, you made your way to the main camp, this small ravine where the gnolls had set up a sort of rudimentary settlement around what you later learned was a vault containing a blood droplet. You found Gildebrand, who you had been told by Sunkeeper Carrick had gone missing in the swamp, and he explained to you what exactly was going on. That there was a tomb that you needed to find, and within there would be a key which would open the vault so that you could take what was in it and defeat the supposedly immortal leader of the gnolls, Kiknish. And so you went to this tomb, you made your way through it, and had a conversation with an interesting character, a spectator by the name, who called themselves Ishfella Prime, believing that they had built this vault. And after taking the key, you took a short rest to collect yourself and talk about your plan for going forward. And that is where we ended the session. So, now as you pick up your belongings, having spent some time figuring out the nature of the magical items you'd just gotten after bandaging your wounds, healing yourself up a bit, you are ready to go, whatever you wish to do.
Can I just say off the bat, plan?
Yeah, inverted commas.
I think as far as we got in plan was run away from the tomb.
Mm. We'd moved away from there to take his break anyway, hadn't we? Our rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
You moved away, found somewhere safe, had a rest.
I mean, it sounded like our good friend Gildebrand was pretty passionate about getting this done and dusted now.
Mm-hmm. Might as well strike while the iron's hot. Old Dwarven saying. I don't know, I feel like my idea for this is we need to make some sort of distraction to get as many of them out of the camp as we can. Because we can't just waltz in there, and if we try and sneak in there and something goes wrong, that's a lot of bad dudes. So, I don't know how we do that distraction, but I feel like getting them out of the camp's a good idea. Oh shit! What
That's a
about
good
the
flood the camp.
Blood.
We could flood the camp, but what about the monster?
Oh yeah.
Could we lure it somewhere?
It sounds territorial. It sounds
it's
like it's protecting
dangerous.
its nest.
It's like dangerous to us as well, though, is the thing. And the flooding thing, we already found out that it would only go up like 2 or 3 feet deep. And
Yeah,
we've already
really-
seen that these things don't have any trouble fighting in it, whereas we do.
How many are in that camp again?
The number that you saw, well,
Yeah.
that Ronan and Tilly saw was there was 2 patrols, each of which had 2 gnolls, a cultist, like the one that you fought at the camp, the one with the pieces missing, and some hyenas. There were the 2 giant hyenas by the entrance to the arena, and scattered around you saw somewhere in the region of maybe around 20 cultists, 13 gnolls.
The buildings that were in this like ravine, were they at the bottom of the ravine, or were they like up on
They were-
stilts like those
they
other
were-
buildings were?
They were at the bottom of the ravine on stilts, but nowhere near as big a stilts as the ones that you found in the actual swamp, because
Okay.
here the water had been drained.
Do you think we can let the big hyenas loose somehow?
Possibly, but I don't know if that would be helpful because they seem to have them pretty well healed.
Oh, they were the ones tied to a post in the arena or something.
Yeah, they were chained to the outside of the arena, and they were actually gnashing at people that came past.
You don't
Ooh.
chain hyenas, you have well trained.
Okay, that's
Like that.
that's a fair point.
That would be fun.
If we can get them unchained from a distance somehow, that would be ideal. We might also just be able to pick off like individual patrols.
The overhang, the overwatch of the ravine, I can easily set myself up on that and just start unleashing from above. Wait for patrols to separate from the rest of the area, while you wait in melee to ambush patrols.
I mean, if we could
It's an
create a
idea.
choke point and get them through there, that would be fabulous. Just put me in front of it, they're gonna get through.
I can make someone invisible.
We can make all of us invisible.
Oh, we
That's
have the
the thing.
powders as well, don't we? We have the one that absorbs water into
Yep.
pearls.
Well, then
Just to clarify, adding everything together, right? Just to get an idea of how many enemy entities there are in this camp, you're looking at in the region of 50 enemies.
So
various
not
be
different
invisible
types.
for that, then. Because
See, we could use
Oh,
the dust thing to get a ton of water and flood it that way. The problem there is then that the camp is flooded, and that makes it difficult to get to the vault.
also, there's the option of their leader was looking for the key, sent other people to go for the key. Eventually, since they're not going to come back, someone else is going to have to leave, another team perhaps. So
I've had a
At some
terrible
point-
idea.
some will leave.
I've had a really
And
bad
how
idea.
terrible an idea.
So do you still have... I know, because we haven't had a full rest. Have you still got the ability to disguise yourself as a person?
Well, I don't know how leveling up works and that.
You gain the spell slots that you would gain from leveling up, but you do not regain the spell slots that you've already spent.
Okay. Can it be cast at higher levels? You can still cast it at a higher level, but it doesn't have any extra effect, does it? Then I can.
You
But it-
could potentially take on the guise of one of these dudes. We can all go invisible and just walk in there.
Why don't I get to go invisible as well?
One problem though, with the invisibility plan. I know I've been pushing the invisibility plan, but those two big hyenas can probably like smell very good.
And I smell atrocious. They will
We
smell
know.
me from a
we
mile
know,
away.
Ronan. We've all noticed. We've been polite about it, but we know. Why do you have to keep jumping into the mud? That's not helping.
It seems at the time like it would be really good, and then I hit the water, and it wasn't.
I've cleaned up
I
things
mean, I
in the
can
pub that
always
smelled
clean you
better
up.
than you.
If we're gonna do the
I also
invisibility
can clean
thing,
you up.
I think we should combine it with the setting the two big hyenas loose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Also, I have like a lot of vertical movement now. I could just fucking scramble up walls apparently, like Spider-Man. So that's helpful here.
Spider Hobbit.
Spobbit.
Spobbit, there we go.
Just a more size-accurate Spider-Man.
How good do you think you and, say, for example, because Ronan's also very sneaky. If you and Ronan go invisible, somehow release those hyenas, do you think that you would be able to break those chains?
Maybe not the chains. Maybe the posts the chains
Or
are
the
in.
post, yeah, or lift the chain out of the post.
Also that.
You can, I mean, it's probably there might be a lock. You're really good at lock picking, right, Tilly?
Rubber locks.
Yeah, I picked a lock or two in my day.
Or 10.
Maybe.
Several.
Yeah, I don't suppose we have a way of letting them loose that doesn't require me to go near them.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. The second we try to set them free, the potential of becoming visible again at any point during that is a nightmare. At all, the idea of being invisible and going into the camp before anything else is done is actually terrifying. I am not on board with that. I will do it if everyone else says that's what we're doing, but I just want to put it up front. I feel like if we get in there and something happens and then we get collapsed on from all sides.
We do have to go in, don't we? I mean, the vault is in there.
We do have to go in, but I don't know if we have to just go in immediately. I like that call of potentially drawing more out.
Right,
The
we could
longer we
distraction or
wait,
something.
I might get a rest and get more spells, but...
Why don't we wait till nighttime anyway? Because if most of
I
the
can
camp's
see
going to be
very well with
asleep, that will help our chances.
I don't have dark vision.
Nah, I don't see super good in the dark, but
I think causing some shit before we go invisible is probably a good call. Because like if we are invisible and it goes wrong and I have to like run, I can move like what 6 squares. That's not a lot. That's problematic.
Well, I mean, I'm down for creating a distraction out of the camp if you guys want to sneak in. Like, I will do that. I mean, speaking of character, Lydia, you took thaumaturgy, right? I can speak giant, so cast thaumaturgy on me. I will just shout like I'm a scary giant motherfucker, and I'll start chopping at that dam and draw some out. You know, I can make a big noise. I'll make big boom.
We can do that. That sounds exciting.
That's certainly gonna, you know, draw some attention.
Yeah. Sounds like a
that would
good
draw
call.
attention, yes.
And if that
I think-
allows you to get in, that's cool.
The size of this ravine store, how much was there like levels to this place? Or was it literally just the wall and then the bottom?
It was the cliff face, the bottom. I mean, it sloped down, but there was no like ridges or anything down.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was only like 10 feet down.
Right. Okay, maybe not as much vertical stuff going on here as I thought.
No, it's a depression in the land. Basically, it's not like a mountainside.
Well. So it sounds like chaos and then invisibility.
Team Chaos. Set.
Maybe get those big doggos loose.
I don't do that. So
So
that's
what are you
terrible.
doing in the immediate?
Probably going back towards us and re-scouting it, I guess.
Okay.
Also, I have like 10 pinches of this dust that only really becomes useful to get rid of water or to then throw loads of water. So maybe having a couple of beads of water prepared before
Yeah.
going in.
I thought we could only do that once. That's actually very useful. We
Oh no,
should
I can
definitely
do that 10 times. So I just have a handful of
Okay, we should
water
get a lot
bombs.
of water.
Yeah. But I mean, it might be useful later on to clear water as well. So maybe not use them all right now, but you know, just a good
Yeah,
handful.
how much water can it absorb?
15 foot
15
cube.
foot cube per bead.
Yeah, 15 foot per side, so that's 15 foot cube.
Well, it's not a bad amount of water.
And if it turns out that everyone down there's a water elemental, then no, a fire elemental. Sorry. Yeah, because that would really hurt them. Apparently,
That would be fun.
it would be fun.
and
There'd
Oh, no,
also
it
just
is
be
only
like,
if you
and
use
if
it on a
all
water
else
elemental.
fails, we can use it to wash Ronan.
it'd also be like a lot easier to pick off when they're all floating in water and like can't shoot back at us.
Mhm.
Well, if you
Or
guys
like
are
maybe
ready
if
for
we're
the water
being
coming
chased.
Just so you're all aware, 15-foot cube of water is close to 100 gallons.
Oh shit. Okay.
So that would be good for like if they're running at you, just like pew, bead, boom, water.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this ravine's like 15 foot deep. Would you say, Stuart? Because it's 10 foot, and then however tall the buildings are, they're gonna be taller than 5 foot. That's stupid.
I mean, like, the buildings, because the ravine slopes down as you come into the bottom of the ravine is probably, like, further than 10 feet down, but most of the edges are around where the slopes are. So, where the initial slopes are. So the cliff is 10 feet down. Where the buildings are is lower than that. The buildings don't come up past the edge of the ravine.
Okay. Yeah. What are we talking about? We can just drown them.
I'm
Are we back to the flooding?
Well, the flooding is actually viable now, but it's
Oh.
15 foot and not 3.
I mean, it will disperse.
Oh yeah, but if we use more than 1 bead.
I mean, we can hope that flooding gets a few of them and
Yeah.
at least decimates the number.
And it's going to create chaos.
That is true.
They're going to panic. They're not going to be like, oh no, someone's here, protect the arena. They'll be like, what the fuck's happened to the dam? And I'll be there
The big
going,
dogs are also
come on,
chained.
you fuckers.
You mean they'll shout, "Oh damn"?
The big dogs are chained up as well, so they'll drown.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty big dogs though. But yeah,
But
I mean,
that doesn't
so
make
we'll
them
need
harder
to find
drown.
water somewhere for me to then pinch before we get there.
We're in a
You're
swamp.
you're in a swamp.
I know,
Yeah, there's water
but
everywhere.
like, are we currently in the swampy part of the swamp? Because
It's all
we were just
swampy.
in a room, weren't we?
No,
In the temple bit.
you came out of the temple
Ah, right.
at the
We
end
were
of last session and
Pretty
ran
thoroughly in the
away.
swamp
And however, from what you've seen in this swamp, there is no water which is deep water.
now. Whatever.
There's no
just
water
suck
which-
up water from everywhere to make the 15-foot cube.
No, it sucks up a 15-foot cube of water.
Drat.
Right. So it wouldn't be
Magic.
Well,
right.
Ass.
there's that plan back out. Thanks to it.
What?
Spoiling our fun, jeez. Go.
So
I mean, never mind the fact that the camp is like a good 100-odd feet across.
So we're back to square zero then.
Yeah.
Just
would
do
the
Giant screaming.
would the dam breaking? Would stuff come out there like Russian water or like sludge?
The quality of water here, there's nothing rushing about it.
Yeah.
Giant
It's still
screaming it is
gonna
then.
Draw their attention though away from the
Mhm.
arena towards the dam. That's the whole thing.
Also, if the sneaky sneaks want to not smell like swamp, I can clean you up a little bit.
If we focus on like killing the ones that have bows, the rest have to come up through the ravine if they want to do anything.
Still like 50 odd dudes though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
I feel like-
numbers are not great.
Yeah, prioritizing the objective, really. Like, we should go in and do the thing we need to do.
But
Does
the thing
Gildebrand
I'm
have
worried
anything?
about is, yeah, that's true actually.
Does Gildebrand have any input? Gildebrand's just listening to you. He's here to help. He's not an adventurer, as it were. Yeah.
What have you seen in there? Come on, we need the deets. Is there any sort of... Are there any, like, rivalries going on? Is there a coup about to happen that we can monopolize on? Come on, we need information.
Well, the gnolls they follow Kiknish because he's powerful, and if they were to see Kiknish wasn't powerful, then that would cause many of them to descend into infighting. What I do know is those hyenas, the giant ones, they're Kiknish's pets. He sends them with parties that he believes are worthy of his blessing. If they're not there, that means he's not there.
So getting rid of the big dogs would show that his power is elsewhere or waning.
Yes, but there's a difference between getting rid of them and killing them.
True, but it's a start.
What if we like use the rest? Can we like set these buildings on fire? Is that an option?
Could start a fire.
There's a swamp.
Or would like the swampness just make the wood too damp?
Probably the latter.
This is a swamp named after fire that has
Oh,
natural
shit.
gases and peat all over it.
Yeah, I forgot that they use the gases and stuff as fuel. We could just make an explosion. That would blow up the dam.
I also have like
explode the dam.
most of a bottle of spirits.
Just want to be a dam.
Yeah, that's flammable. I mean, we can do the dam as well. I don't think we'll get much benefit out of it, but you know, while in Rome,
Yeah, right.
that's what they say, right? While in Rome, destroy a dam.
I was trying to put
What's Rome?
myself.
While you're
Sorry,
in the third Rome,
Constantinople.
Pick a room.
The thing I'm worried about, I was just thinking, if there's so many bodies that if we create a distraction, they can throw bodies at us until the distraction goes away. But if there's some sort of sign that there's something going on that's out of the ordinary, would that not make the immortal guy go immediately to defend the part of the camp that's going to stop him being immortal? Like, if we do the distraction, do we risk the sneak team running directly into the immortal guy? Because if we're going to the arena, then that's likely where we're going to find him.
Oh, well, I don't recommend doing anything based on their behavior because they are all quite mad and unpredictable.
plus like ideally the sneak team is all of us. The
I
dust.
mean, after the distraction, we can go invisible as well and
Join you,
Sneak-
yeah. We'll just be a little
sneak
bit behind.
back to join the sneak team.
I mean, I don't have to shout in giant. That's just a cool flair I thought would be really like rad for the stories. But I can just rag out a log of the dam.
I've also had a really random, possibly terrible idea. How big an area does that dust make disappear?
10 feet around you.
How big are those hyenas?
I mean, you don't have to cover the entire hyena. It just has to be partly within your area.
Because, I mean, if they think it's not there, go to investigate and then get chomped on, it's their fault.
Get a fucking Monaco, a pair of hyenas.
That actually
Just a
could
thought.
work. That's a
prestige.
pretty good idea. Now you see me.
No, your head's gone.
That's actually no, Tristan. That was a great idea. I like that.
That's not bad.
I mean, they probably would know after the first bite.
Yeah, but at that point,
We're behind
I feel
the
like
big
someone's
dogs.
being distracted.
Yeah.
The chains. They would see the chains attached to something floating
Well,
in
yeah,
space.
all the more reason to investigate why there's a floating chain dangling in the air.
They
Also
don't
true.
seem too smart.
Would the dogs still be snarling and stuff? You'd still hear them.
It would make for a very peculiar environment.
I think that break the dam, but do it as a team. Do the distraction, shouting, cause them to come running. I can try and pick off a few people at like the longest range that I can before they get here, so we can start thinning the numbers that way. Let them know that there's a combat threat where we are, and then we dip set with invisibility. We just dust of invisibility and get out of here. Try and go around the oncoming force, so we swap positions and deal with it while they're dealing with the dam and potentially looking for the threat that has just vanished. How many uses of the dust do we have?
1.
Shit, that means we don't get to do invisible doggos though.
No, but if
Wait,
we...
how were we intending to get the invisible dust on the doggos if they're in the middle of the camp and we can only get invisible ones?
Just throw it up in the air.
I'm still
I'll-
partial to the fire.
Fire is also a good one. I feel like if we can bottle some of this gas, or whatever, or the muck, whatever, we can just use it as an emergency fuck grenade.
Do we have like a source of fire? Because I ain't got no matches.
If I'm
Someone
not
has fire magic,
mistaken, prestidigitation can be used to light or snuff anything from a candle to a campfire.
Create
Yes,
like a
and
spark.
so can thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy, yeah.
As well as that, you should all have tinderboxes.
Oh yeah, I guess I do have matches.
Yeah,
Most
I
of
don't
the
want to be
experts.
close enough to use a fucking tinderbox next to something that's going to explode.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the blast radius.
I mean, you're essentially making a gaseous molly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we want to make Molotovs, we've got the stuff for that.
Molotovs that don't waste alcohol is something I'm very happy about.
Very invested in that
The most
idea.
dwarven thing you've ever said.
I suppose it's just got a firebomb when Molotov didn't exist.
Yes.
No, it's the Great Dwarf Molotov.
You're calling Molotov a dwarf.
Yep.
I mean,
You want to reassess that?
In this world? Maybe?
Anyway.
No, it just means it's named after, the person who invented it, so it's a gun.
Guns exist in this
that
world.
is now a gun.
No. No. No.
Oh boy. We should get this show on the road,
Yeah, we stood here talking long enough.
in both senses.
Okay, so we go to the dam,
Mm-hmm.
but first we get enough stuff to cause fire. We go to the dam, we break the dam, we have you like scream in giant. We hit them a couple of times, we run, get into the camp, set fires and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do? What do we do then? We get in the camp, we go to the arena. Are we looking to go to the door, open it and shit?
Well, I mean, I can smash the chains. We let loose the dogs. We run for the doors. If there's a door we can put between us and the dogs, that's good. Or we
And
can
the
leave
dogs are going to
over.
attack us.
Or we can just run past the dogs. Because if they bite me, that's fine. I've been bitten by worse before. But leave
Speak for
them there.
yourself.
No one's gonna come running in after us because they're gonna get their fucking faces ripped off.
Yeah, but can you Gildebrand, can you like tell us again what the idea behind the vault is?
What do you mean?
There's an object or a thing inside the vault that Kiknish is looking to either prevent falling into other people's hands or pick up himself.
No, what's in the vault is a blood droplet.
Oh.
Kiknis wants to eat it.
And what do we intend to do with it?
I have no idea. All I know is that supposedly it's the key to defeating her.
Exactly how is this vault positioned again?
It's built into the side of the ravine and then the arena is built on top of it, like on around the entrance.
Do you know where the entrance to that vault is?
Well, I don't think we've seen it, right?
Or do we have to go looking for it in the arena?
No, it's the back of the arena. The arena is a circle.
And exactly how close to the door are the dogs?
We're right next to it.
Yeah. But hypothetically, we could just climb down that side of the ravine and be at the door.
True.
Yeah.
Behind them.
Invisible, potentially, with the key to open the vault.
The arena does have a roof.
Oh fuck! It's like the Thunderdome. It has a cage.
Essentially.
Well, it's still an option to get close enough to it
Mm-hmm.
and then figure it out from the top of that.
It is made of wood. Is the arena? It's not incredibly sturdy.
Oh, what's flammable?
Yeah, I was just thinking.
You just want to blow things up, don't you? Oh,
Mostly.
I mean, don't you?
no, I'm fine with making little holes in things and then they fall
Some
over.
people just want to see the wall there.
A hail of fire falling on top of their heads.
Shock and awe.
Mm-hmm. So an aerial assault, it would seem.
Well, we should do something at any rate.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we have been spending far too long talking about this.
So, are you going to make your way back across the swamp to the camp, or are you doing
Yeah.
anything else before you head to the camp?
We are looking to get the whatever material it is we're using for our flammable aspect of the plan. I don't know what it is.
That would be the namesake of the swamp. The Pale Fire.
I thought it was Pale Pyre.
I mean, the swamp is called the Pale Fire Swamp. The fire is called Pale Fire.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, as you begin to make your way across the land towards where the camp was, keeping an eye out for whatever you can in regards to the Pale Pyre. And on that note, actually, I'd like Ronan to make a survival check for me.
Sure, it's +6. 15.
Okay. So, as you make your way through the swamp, you're keeping an eye out for any signs of the pale fire. But after a time, you are unable to seemingly find any. It seems it's quite elusive, considering it's translucent. But you come across a tall, twisted tree, and it's surrounded by wooden planks stuck into the ground. Like, you've got maybe 20 wooden planks stuck into the ground, about 4 feet high, each of them, stuck into the ground around this tree.
And it's just in the middle of the swamp.
It's just in the middle of the swamp.
Well, this is odd.
Are the planks arranged like a fence?
No,
Oh.
they're arranged kind of like headstones.
They got any engravings on them or anything?
Are you going closer to see?
Yes.
Okay, so as you walk up, there are no engravings on any of these, no. They seem to be in various states of rotting and disrepair, but there's no engravings on any of them.
What about the tree?
The tree, at this range now, you can see that the tree, what you thought were vines and sort of lichen and algae from before, is actually ropes. A couple of the ropes end in nooses.
Nice.
The tree itself has nothing engraved into it, but there are these ropes hanging from it.
Hey, priest lad.
Yes.
Do you know what the deal is with this tree?
I have no idea. This swamp is... Well, it's big, and I think you figured out at this point why we don't really venture into it that much. And I would like you to make a perception check, please, Gunnhild.
Uh-oh. That's a 16.
Okay. So as you're speaking to Gildebrand, out of the corner of your eye, you see something shift. Now, you're used to stuff moving in the corners of your vision in the swamp, but this one seems more real, more physical, as it were. As from the shadow of one of these planks, the shadow shifts and moves, forming into the shape of a person and reaching out towards you as we all roll initiative.
Yay. It's a good roll.
What is my initiative bonus? That's a good question.
Mine
Okay.
wasn't bad.
All right. So, Gunnhild is obviously set in where she was, but the rest of you, you can drag yourselves to wherever you'd like once I pull the map up. Alright.
Who's that guy?
That's Gildebrand.
Oh.
Ronan goes into the swamp.
We just
Going
hear a
home.
sploosh.
That's why I didn't say yes to getting cleaned up. It's really just delaying the inevitable.
I'd like to be behind people.
Okay, it's hiding behind Gildebrand.
Well, I'd
Alright.
have behind gun, but there's a thing next to her, so.
Mm-hmm. So,
Equity.
25 to 20.
24.
Wow.
Not
Natural
at all.
20.
Okay, anyone else in that? 15 to 20?
18.
18.
17.
Okay, so that is Tilly first. And then Namari. And then Ren. 10 to 15?
10.
You're so good at the initiative thing.
Very fast.
Alright, that's everyone. Yep. Okay, so as you see these creatures emerge from behind these sort of wooden planks, Tristan, you are up first.
With not really knowing what they can do, I'm just gonna turn to the one that's next to Gildebrand, sort of in between
Oh shoot, I forgot to roll for Gildebrand.
that one. I'm just gonna mock it viciously.
You do that, you mock the amorphous shadow creature.
I'll probably say something really cool that only I actually understand. It's probably a reference to something that no one gets, but I felt like it was cool.
You're describing me.
Yeah, essentially.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Are you a hipster bard now? Is that what
No, but amorphous swamp smoke creature needs to make a wisdom save.
And it does, it gets a 16.
Alright, saves.
Oh,
I just shouted abuse at it. Never
did.
mind.
It did
That'll
not
be
seem
me.
to care. Shockingly. Alright, what's Gildebrand? Oh, Gildebrand. Oh, Gildebrand's actually going before Gunnhild. Oh, you know. Alright, and at the end of your go, Tristan, it is Tilly's go.
Like, how solid do these things look?
They look like a shadow which has been puffed up. It's a shadow with 3 dimensions.
So I'm not super convinced that hitting them with my sword would do anything. But I can't really do anything else. So I will draw my shots up. And guess I'll go to the one next to Gildebrand, because Gildebrand's probably a little bit less meaty than Gun.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And I will try and hit it with my sword.
Okay.
That is going to be a 19.
That does hit, yes.
Okay, good. Do I get sneak attack on this? Because Gildebrand's there?
You do, yes.
Okay, rad. That is 12. So that's 16 damage altogether. Sneak attack.
16 damage, okay. So, as you sidestep over towards Gildebrand and you bring your blade in, it catches into the creature surprisingly, but it's like pulling through sludge and it doesn't feel like it makes as much contact as you expect it to.
Oh, that's not good.
But it's
Bonus action disengage. Get behind Gildebrand again.
Okay. Alright. Which will bring us to Namari.
I will Eldritch Blast and Hex.
The closest one to you.
Although, no, I might go for that one actually, because,
Okay, go for it.
yeah, I'll go for that.
You're up next, by the way, Rena.
That's only plus. 11.
11 points of damage. Okay.
No, 11 to attack.
Oh, 11 to attack. My bad. That does not hit,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
then I don't.
Streaks past the creature.
I'm still hexing its strength because I said it.
Okay. That does bring us to you, Renner.
I'm gonna Hunter's Mark on this one.
Okay.
The one that's already been hit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move up to here, and I'm gonna make a longbow attack.
You can do that.
16. Wait, no, 17.
That does hit.
And that'll be 14 damage. No, wait, 14 plus 4, 18 damage.
Okay. So as your arrow strikes into the target, it, there's no organs or anything to hit here, but as it strikes into the target, it seems to lose its ability to keep physical form, and it back into the shape of the shadow of the headstone, which you see it's been sort of dragging out from this time. And that will end your go, which brings us to their go. So this one's going to go here. That one's going to go there. This one's going to go there. That's going like that. That one's going to go like that. Okay, so one of them's going to make an attack against you, Tilly.
Yeah.
And that is a 15 to hit.
That just hits me, yes.
Okay. So you take 11 points of necrotic damage,
That's far too much.
and your strength is reduced by 1.
That's also bad.
And then 2 of them are going to strike at you, Gunnhild.
This could potentially be very, very...
That's 2 19s to hit you.
Yeah.
Okay. So from the first strike, you take 7 points of necrotic damage.
Oh,
And
I'm
the
not even raging yet.
And from the second one, you take 5 points of necrotic damage. It doesn't matter if you're raging or not.
Oh, it's necrotic in it. Fuck!
Yeah.
Stupid shadow dickheads.
And then from the first strike, you lose 1 point of strength.
Ah!
And from the second strike, you lose 4 points of strength.
Hey, magic users, do you want to fucking...
Oh, that's
Clean this
really...
one up.
Oh, no, that's really bad. I'm down to like 13 strength now.
Anyone want to teleport us 17 miles away?
And then the one striking you, Namari, that's 8 to hit. And that will end their go, which brings us to Gildebrand's go. And how hurt are you looking, Gunnhild?
Not super. 12 hit points.
Okay. What? You've got 12 left.
No, 12 taken out. I've got 27.
Okay. And what about you, Tilly?
You could say I'm bloodied and below half health.
Okay. So, Gildebrand's going to look over to you and go, oh gosh, and put his hands on you and cast a Cure Wounds.
Boy, I love this man.
That is 11 points.
Oh, that's exactly the amount that I took.
Oh. Well, that was... I rolled the maximum amount he could heal you. And that will end his go, which brings us to Gunnhild.
Hang on, I'm just calculating how shit I am at hitting things now. Oh.
1... You plus 3 to hit. Yeah.
I'm gonna hit... Oh, fuck, I'm surrounded.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Shit. I'm gonna take so... I can't run away, otherwise I'm gonna take so many attacks of opportunity.
4 of them, yes.
4
Unless you
of them.
disengage.
I could use my action to disengage.
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 Mr. Moneypenny.
Yes. Which I feel like I need to, because if I keep getting hit by these fucks, I'm gonna be nothing. Yeah, fuck it. Use my action to disengage.
Okay.
I can
Bravely ran away.
still only move 25. 5, 10.
No, you can only move half of that.
Oh, fuck yeah. That is...
Oh, shit.
So, what, 10?
Yes.
Oh, come on. So I'm gonna go on a diagonal then. Go to Tilly that way.
Okay, yeah. All right, that ends your go, which brings us to the top again, which brings us to Tristan.
I'm gonna just move up and attempt to slash and poke at this one.
You can do that, yeah.
That's a natural 20.
Oh!
Yeah.
On the same dice I rolled the other nat 20, so I feel like I'm keeping this one. So that's double. Are we doubling the dice?
Roll
as in-
twice. Roll twice.
Right, yeah.
By the book.
Yeah. Ooh. 8 plus dex. So that 11 points of slashing damage.
11 points of slashing damage. All right.
Yeah.
So you two feel like you're not striking as true as you could into this creature, but you've certainly damaged it.
Mm-hmm. And with my bonus, I would like to inspire. I'm going to inspire Gun because I feel like you need some help right now, just in
Okay.
case.
You inspire Gunnhild, which brings us to Tilly.
Would it be like any action to pass that potion of giant strength to Gun?
It would be an action.
A full action?
Yes.
Dang. Okay. Well, in that case, I will bonus disengage. Like 5. Oh god, I can't move all the way. So I'll disengage out, give that potion to Gun, and then I will speak the command word for my drift globe and cause it to emanate the daylight spell,
Okay.
which I feel like is probably maybe useful here, but knowing how 5e works, it also might not be.
The daylight spell spills out and seems to deepen the outline of these shadow creatures.
Well, I tried.
It makes them much easier to see.
Thanks, 5th edition.
It doesn't do anything in any edition of D&D.
Should do.
Why? You've made light.
You're a glowworm.
Shadows.
You're a glowworm.
They're magical. They're not actually shadows.
And the brighter the light, the darker the shadows.
You've made them stronger. Ah.
Makes
All right.
sense, okay.
I'm sure it did.
That's fine.
That ends your go. Which brings us to Namari.
I'm going to.
Rage.
Wrong campaign. Do Eldritch Blast at disadvantage or shocking grasp? Yeah.
The choice is yours.
Going to shocking grasp.
Okay.
Might do nothing actually.
It sucks to be Gildebrand right now.
14
shit,
this
yeah.
time.
14, did you say?
Yeah.
That does hit.
Yay. Pick still applies. That's 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay. So, as you grasp onto this creature with your hand blazes with lightning, it seems to have a similar effect in terms of how much damage it's dealing as Tristan's sword. It seems as if, like physical weapons, it's also resistant in some way to lightning. Which will end your turn and bring us to Ronan.
I will change my hunter's mark onto this one. Has it actually, have any of those 4 been damaged?
None of those 4 have been damaged, no.
Well, that sucks. Yeah, I'll change my hunter's mark to this one, and I'm gonna attack it with a longbow attack. 15 plus 8, so
Does hit.
Yeah.
Which one are you targeting again, sorry?
this one here,
Okay. Yeah.
and that's 13 points of damage.
Okay. And like the other attacks, it doesn't seem to do as much damage as. So.
Yeah, and I will actually continue to kite back a little bit at a time.
Okay.
And that's me.
All right.
Oh.
So, as they shift forwards, one of them's going to strike at you, Tilly. That's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, funny. Funny that hits.
Alright. And that's going to do 2 points of necrotic damage.
Thank you. That is a far more manageable amount.
And you lose 2 more points of strength.
That is less manageable.
One's going to strike at Gildebrand. That does hit. He has an armor class of 11. He's wearing
God.
a robe. That's 5 points of damage to Gildebrand. And he loses 3 points of strength. His strength is actually not bad. Hey, there we go. For a brief moment there, he had more strength than Gunnhild did. And then 2 of them are going to strike at you, Gunnhild. That one of them's going to be a 12 to hit.
Fuck no.
The other one is going to be a 18 to hit.
Fuck. Yeah.
I cutting words it,
Ah, okay.
which is a thing I can do now.
Yes, it is. All of our party actually leveled up to level 3.
I can jump further.
Yes, you can. I'm proud of you.
Take that down by 4.
So that's a 14.
No.
There's a 14 hit. Alright, so as both the creatures swipe out towards you, you hear Tristan yell an obscenity, and one of the creatures for a brief moment seems to go. And that will end.
Very
Oh, wait,
stoic
no.
creature.
And one's going to strike again at you, Namari. That's a 9.
No, 999.
9 misses.
No.
9.
Nine.
Anyway, that brings us to Gildebrand, and Gildebrand is going to swipe at the one in front of him with his loaned short sword. That's a natural 20.
Oh, Gildebrand.
Yeah, boy.
That is 4 points of damage. He currently has a strength of 11, so it's just 4 points of damage. Halved. So that's 2 points of damage on a crit. Woo!
My boy.
Gunnhild, it's your go.
I am going to, if everyone's alright with it, chug this potion.
Yes, go for it, please.
Pop. Down the hatch. That makes my
Okay.
strength what?
21.
21. Oh, baby. So that was a bonus, right?
Yes.
I am going to grin like a fucking maniac and bring rage.
You can't, it's a bonus action.
Shit. Okay, I'm not gonna rage, but I'm still gonna bring my axe down like a fucking
Go for it.
storm. I'm gonna bring the pain on that guy in front of me.
Yep.
That's 23 to hit.
That does hit.
And that's 12 plus 5 slashing.
17.
17.
Okay. That's after 8. Okay. So as you bring it into the creature, it strikes. Unfortunately, it seems to resist a lot of your blow.
Mm-hmm. Then
Does
over my
not fall.
shoulder. Should we run?
Which brings us to top of the round again, which brings us to Tristan.
I don't know. Stab it.
Okay.
This dice is running really well. It's an 18 on the dice.
Yeah.
That hits even before you add to it.
Yeah. 8 points of slashing damage.
8 points of slashing damage.
Oh no, it's technically piercing for a short sword, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yes.
Either way, I feel like it's still resistant to it.
So as you stab into the creature, it still does not seem to go down.
Hmm.
Which
Mother.
brings us to Tilly.
Okay. Well, I've got one right in front of me.
Apparently dead.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and hit the one in front of me. This should be okay.
Mhm.
Ooh, that's probably not gonna be okay. That's a 15.
A 15, that does hit.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Sneak attack, yeah, because guns
Yeah.
are... That's
Because
fine.
Gunnhild is there.
That's crap. 9 plus... Well, that's 13 damage.
13 damage. Okay, which one are you striking into? The one that...
The one in front of me. The only one I can reach.
Okay, cool. So, how much did you say, sorry?
13.
13. Okay. Alright. So as you stab into it once more, your blade doesn't seem to sink in as much as it should, and that will end your go and bring us to Namari.
I have like a bonus action of movement.
My apologies.
I'm going to disengage and move like back here.
Okay.
And then I'm good.
Okay.
I can't move very far.
No, you can't. Yeah. That's as far as you can. Yeah. Which means it's to Namari.
I'm going to step back a bit and to risk the attack of opportunity.
Okay. So you get an attack of opportunity against you.
Yeah.
That's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
That's 12 points of necrotic damage.
Toxic.
Ow.
And you lose 4 points of strength.
That is 7. And I'm going to Eldritch Blast it with Hex.
You can do that.
That is 14. Should write that down. 18.
18.
Yeah.
And as you blast through the chest of this creature, it
No,
puffs out.
to hit.
It's got 1 hit point left.
Oh. Fine.
It's dead.
That was very unnecessary then to move away from it. Oh well.
But 18 does hit, yes.
Yay!
And that ends your go, brings us to running.
Which one was just cleaved with the great axe?
That would be this one.
I'm gonna shift my hunter's mark to that,
Okay.
and I'm going to blast it. And I'm just gonna shout focus fire on every 14 plus 8. Yeah, 14
That
plus
does
8,
That does hit, yes.
and that's 15 points of damage.
Okay. So as you strike into this one, it once again causes the features of the creature to not be able to remain corporeal, and it flips away. And that will end your go, unless there's anything you'd like to do movement-wise.
No, I just want to shout out, pick a target. Everyone hit one target.
So
That's it.
the shadow shifts underneath Gildebrand, appearing in front of you. Gunnhild is going to make 3 strikes against you because there's 3 of them. They all miss,
Yay!
unless you have an AC of 7.
Nope.
They all miss. Yay! Great!
Strong.
I rolled 3 threes
Tight.
on 3d20. It's Gillibrand's go. It's gonna stab the one that stabbed before, because misses. Which brings us to Gunnhild.
Okay, which one did Gildebrand hit before? This one next to me or this one diagonally to me? That one.
Okay, but Tilly had just hit that one there.
Okay, alright, I'll hit the one, actually. First of all, I'm gonna rage. While I
Okay.
can. And then hit the one that Tilly just hit.
Okay.
So, where the frick? That's a natural 20.
Yeah.
And
Doesn't hit.
then, so... Whoa. So that's a 12, 5, plus 5, so 21,
21.
plus
Okay.
2, is 23. Because I'm raging.
You're raging now, right? Okay. So that's 11 points damage. Which, as you see Tilly leaping backwards, you bring the axe down and carve this creature in two, and 2 sides of the shadow back to the headstone. Which will end your go, I believe.
Yes.
Alright. That brings us to Tristan.
I'm gonna.
Rage.
Yeah, let's do that. I can do that as a bard, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Sweet. I'm not doing too bad, so yeah, I'm gonna help out. I'm gonna be the ballsy bad and take a stab at the one that everyone's been going for.
Okay.
That's another 18 on the dice. I
Yeah.
love this one right now. It's
Okay.
great. However, its corresponding d6 isn't great. It's going to be 4 points of damage. It's a 1 dice.
4 points of damage. So that's... Oh boy, another 2 points of damage. Which... Would you like to do anything with your bonus action?
I would like to... no, that's an action. I'm going to inspire Gildebrand. Just so that... I don't know. How bad does he look at the minute?
Gildebrand looks mostly okay. Yeah.
Then...
He's
And
tough
Gun's
lad.
already inspired. So yeah, no, I'll leave it for now.
Okay. Alright. End of your go, that's Tilly's go.
I can't get close enough to able to hit them.
If only you had some form of ranged attack.
I do, I have my sling. I guess I will sheath my short sword and get that out.
Yep.
I will try and hit the one that's like directly below me on the map.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Do I get... There's an ally within 5 foot of it. Is it within 5 foot of it? Or
It's within 5 foot of it, yes.
Okay, yes. So do get...
It's distracting it.
Well, I rolled a 2, so
That
probably
misses.
not actually going to get
The
it.
little rock goes off into the distance.
I tried.
You did try. Anything else with your bonus action?
I'm at like a safe distance right now, so no.
Okay. Namari.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the lower guy.
Okay.
And
I
move the Hex
presume you're
over as
moving
well.
your hex. Yep.
Yeah.
Go for it.
That is 17.
That hits, yes. So you got it right this time.
Yay. And that is 18 damage. Force and
18 damage.
necrotic.
Okay, so as you... how much of it is necrotic, by the way?
That is 4 necrotic damage.
4 necrotic damage, okay.
14.
So, it does not seem like your hex does anything. However, the force damage is enough to obliterate this creature's physical form, just absolutely destroying it. It does not seem like it takes reduced damage from your Eldritch Blast. However, it didn't seem to take any damage from the necrotic. Would you like to do anything else your turn? You got your movement.
No, I'm fine where I am.
Okay.
Knee deep in swamp water.
Ronan.
Uh,
One left, and it is the only one that has not been damaged.
Isn't that the one that I put Hunter's Mark on first, before I swapped the last turn?
No. that one.
Put a Hunter's Mark at bad boy, and I will... yeah, I'll just attack it. This is 25 total,
That does hit, yeah.
and 13 damage.
Okay. So, once again, your arrow sinks in, but does not sink in as much. Which brings us to its go, and what it is going to do with its go is just going to strike out at you once again, Gunnhild. With a 16 to hit.
That is my AC.
That's 7 points of necrotic damage.
Reduce because I'm raging.
Nope.
No,
Oh,
necrotic.
necrotic. Fuck!
Necrotic damage. You're not a barbarian.
Barbarian.
And that's 4 points of strength loss.
Ow.
But does the potion override that? Because it makes my strength 21 for like an hour.
No. Because it's a stack.
Okay.
So you had your normal strength, then you got the negatives, then you stack this strength on top of it, and then you put another strength reduction on top of that.
Okay.
It's like a layer cake.
This layer cake
Or-
is sad.
Most are.
Sad.
So yeah, as it strikes out towards you, as it does, it tries to like pull it with you, but your newly renewed vigor stops it as it snaps back and vanishes into the headstones. And once again, the stillness falls over the swamp.
That was new.
That fucking sucked.
Is anybody
that
else
was
feeling a bit
fun.
drained?
Not particularly, no.
No, it's feel. Oh god.
Let's move.
What is this place?
I was going to say, before we go, I actually wanted to check out the tree.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
make
that's
an
what I did
investigation.
yesterday.
Just to do a
Yeah,
quick
but they're
check.
gone now.
Make an investigation check.
Can I aid, like, help them with that?
17.
Make your own if you like.
Yeah, or that.
17 from me.
Okay.
12.
All right. So, as you're looking about, the tree itself is gnarled. It's large. It's leafless currently, but twisted into the tree as if it's grown over it, you can see what appears to be the hilt of a sword.
Ooh, I'ma look at it and think, can I pull it? Should I pull it? Shall I pull it? I'ma pull it. I
Okay.
pull it.
All right. It's stuck. It's got a tree growing around it. Would you like to make a strength check?
I would like to make a strength check.
You can do that.
Oh, if you do it like this, here, and I'm going to give you guidance.
Ooh, what does that do for
Get a
me?
D4.
D4. Just put your foot against the tree.
Ooh, well, it was a 4. 16.
As you. No, your weedy bardic arms are not strong enough.
Gun!
Yeah, Tristan.
Do you want to show a sword in a tree who's boss?
All the time.
Well, there's a sword in a tree that doesn't know you're the boss.
Oh, now roll up sleeves that I don't have.
Still raging right now, Asian.
Still raging.
Can I do the same thing for her?
I have inspiration already.
If you do, she will not be raging anymore
Okay.
because
Yeah,
she does
no,
not have
never
perpetual
mind.
rage yet, so she can only rage. She can't. She needs to be punched to keep raging.
Can I give her guidance by punching her in the face? No, I was joking. Keep going.
Well,
You
I
get
rolled,
advantage because you're raging.
Yeah, I rolled 19.
Okay.
I have +3 strength right now,
Mm-hmm.
so that's 22, and then I might as well use my inspiration.
Yeah.
And
It's a
yeah.
D6 at the
It's a
minute.
d6 plus 4,
Yeah.
so 26.
Okay, so you walk up to it, you sort of spit on your hands and just tear this tree trunk open, like pulling a lever out. And you pull out this long greatsword. Made of silver, it has sort of points near the hilt. And the hilt itself, though it seems to have been here long enough for a tree to go around it, the entire blade is pristine and clean, and as you feel it in your hand, you feel a magical balancedness to the blade.
I just pull out
Okay,
Marty's
that's super
beard.
cool.
Weren't we looking for a silver sword?
We were looking for sword, yeah.
If this is the sword, then I own it back. It's mine now. I love it.
I was about to say, you pulled it so you can keep it, but I
Was-
spotted it so can I name it?
Yeah, name it. Yeah, go for it. Better be good.
I'll workshop it. I'll
Yeah.
workshop it. I just wanted the right to name it.
Yeah. Just know they'll be judging you severely if it's bad.
Oh, don't worry.
I feel like we're not going to do
knew that
great as a
anyway.
group that does things if we just steal everything.
Oh,
So it was
did we
supposed to
get
go?
any pointers for what the sword looks like? And
You were told it was in a town.
That's true.
I
It's
ain't
been a
know.
while.
Trees in, there are
town
trees in
tree,
pines.
town tree.
There's also a town in a town. I see no town.
Yeah,
there's
we were told the town
tons
was sinking though.
of silver swords all over the world. This could be a different one. We don't know. It could be just mere coincidence that this is a nice, shiny, very expensive-looking silver sword we found in a swamp we were expressly sent into to retrieve a silver sword from.
Yeah, but then
You're
again, it was
absolutely
it was Maximilian that sent us in for a sword, and I don't think his family are great sword people.
No, they seem like
Mm.
more dainty little toothpick.
Yeah, that's just my professional opinion
Yeah.
on the matter.
I mean, maybe those were the people from a town here, or things that attacked us. I don't know. Can I make a check to see if I know what they were?
Sure. Make a religion check.
Gross.
That's a natural one.
You do not know. You're not a godly soul.
I'm really not.
So this sword feels
mean,
beautifully balanced, right? It's like
Yes.
nice and I'm gonna hold on to this just in case. You know,
Okay.
it's a grey sword. No, you guys have it's not right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm feeling a little bit less confident about attacking this camp after that fight.
Yeah, I need to.
Maybe a good lie down.
Maybe not right now. Yeah.
What, you mean like an 8-hour lie down?
A period of unconsciousness, yes. Despite my very impressive display with that tree, those things did weaken me somewhat. Which is kind of, I need my muscles. That's the whole thing about me.
I don't need them, but I'd like to have them back as well.
If we're gonna set up shop for the night, can we not do it under the tree that had people hung from it, probably?
Yeah, no, fuck this
That's
tree.
a good idea.
Forever.
Let's move on a bit.
There's nothing wrong with a good hangman's tree.
There's everything wrong with the hangman's tree that has shadows coming out of it that fuck you up.
It's kind of the definition of wrong.
What hangsman trees don't really?
The one in The Witcher.
It's not a real fantasy story.
Yeah, alright.
Them's fighting words in this channel.
I'm joking. Don't you worry. Okay,
Did
so
I have
you
any-
actually
Sorry.
go ahead.
Oh, do I have any concept of where we are in regards to where we were told the beast's nest was, and where our camp or the night before was, the like stacked houses?
You are nowhere near. Actually, make a survival check. Make a survival check.
17 plus 6. 23.
You are nowhere near where they said the beast was. Not even close. You are hours away from it. You've actively moved further away from it than you were. As for it being close to the camp, again, you have moved further away from it.
Yeah, that's good.
So, no, you are not in an area near the camp.
So if we're setting up somewhere, we have to set up somewhere fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to it then.
Yeah, because we need to be like at our best to deal with this camp.
Yep,
Oh yes.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to find a place to set up camp that's relatively defensible and has 0 hangman trees in it.
Also, 0 shadows in general. That would be good.
Okay. Make a survival check for me then.
22.
Okay. So, looking around a distance away from the hangman tree, you eventually come across an area where a large rock formation, a number of boulders, has fallen, from wherever they may be, been washed by water over the years, and has come to rest at this point, where the top of it is flat enough that you can rest on. It's not going to be the comfiest night's sleep, but it's raised away from the sodden ground.
Alright, then who's taking first watch? First, second, third?
I'll
I
take
can-
the first one. Why not?
I don't have dark vision, so I prefer to take one that's a little lighter out.
No, well, I do have that vision.
Me too.
I think we need to set a fire so that we can deter people or deter creatures that hunt at night away from where we are anyway. But I'm
Wouldn't it-
worried that we might alert where we are to humanoids that like to eat people.
There's a
I
few
don't want to
around.
be eaten.
I mean, you're the expert on the camping and the things like that, at least compared to me. So I'll follow your judgment.
I mean, we could have a fire and set up ropes with like mess kits on them as makeshift alarms. So
I can make it a different color.
Make it a spooky color.
I think we need the warmth, especially sleeping here on stone. in the midst of the swamp. I think we need the warmth. I think we should light a fire.
I just
Okay.
lay down on the stone like, nonsense. Feels like home.
You're a dwarf, not a caveman.
Dwarves like stone, man. Don't at me.
Okay, so you're setting a fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you spend some time gathering up what little firewood there is around here and digging up some of the peat, because that's the only sort of ignition source you have,
This is gonna be a nice smelling fire.
and begin to
Mhm.
burn the very smoky fire. atop
Very
these
smoky.
rocks. Yes.
So
Peat-
there's a lot of
Peat
smoke
burns with a lot of
rising.
smoke.
It smells
Yes.
like Isla.
So,
So basically, what you're saying is, if it's still moderately light outside, there's just a massive signal fire. There's a lot of smoke.
it's diffused by the boughs of the trees,
Right. Okay.
but you could still see the smoke.
Right.
Yes.
Right, well, we should try and get some sleep.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you said that, I'm already asleep.
Okay.
I'll be doing my song of rest as well if everyone needs to heal up. So that's an extra.
If we're having a
piece
long
And-
rest, you don't need to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 'Cause
If we
And-
get a long rest.
Song of Rest only works on short rests.
does it
anyway.
only make a short rest?
Well, yeah, because a long rest you gain
Yeah.
all of your HP back.
You'd
I
never
thought
need
you
to-
just could heal at the
No.
same time. I didn't realize
No.
you'd get it all.
A long rest is literally you regain all of your HP and you regain half of your spent hit die
Ah, that.
to re-spend on short rest.
Fair enough.
Yes. But who's doing watches? Or are you not setting watches? Obviously
Ah.
not
Oh,
Gun.
we are doing watches.
Well, Gun's already asleep. So,
Oh, first
Ah.
one was Tristan, the second one was going to be me.
okay.
I'll do third until they'll do last.
Alright.
Unless if I'm going first and if there's still light out, I will let someone without dark vision take the first watch.
Well,
Just so
it's
that
1
we-
o'clock in the afternoon right now. So,
It doesn't
it's,
really matter.
Fairly light out.
yeah, it's summer as well, so it's gonna be getting dark. The person in the last watch is the only person that's actually going to be watching in the dark.
Oh,
So maybe I shouldn't take that one.
Maybe we should just sort of waylay the sleeping aspect. Like, if we just wake Gun up again. Dibs, not
Really?
me.
You want to do it? I mean, also,
yeah,
but
if
no.
we want the rest, we need to do.
Yeah, but if we just sort of spend some time, fortify around this a little bit, and then rest the night, we can attack during the day. Otherwise, we're going to be up during the night where we can't see anyway.
I mean, y'all can see.
Ronan can't.
Ah, okay. Well,
I can
Max,
see.
you can
How
They've been
far are we
sending in
away
a
from the
blind
camp?
stealth team.
How far are we away from the camp, roughly? How long
Uh,
after the rest till we get there in the first place?
in an hour or so.
I mean, we could always move further away in that time, and then, like you say, have the rest in the evening.
I know this is not really my expertise, but the longer we wait, the more chance that and someone else gets hurt.
It's just
This is true, but if we go in all guns blazing, I point at gun, then, you know, we're at a disadvantage. If we're not, you know, we need to optimize our chance of, you know, being successful. If we fail, then that's just we're dying needlessly, and then other people will continue to die.
Just out of character sec, our rest would end at like dusk, right? Or would it be night by the time our rest would end?
By the time your rest ended, it'd be night because if it's about 1 p.m. now, so
Oh,
you'd
right.
finish your rest at about 9 p.m., which would be just after dusk because dusk would be around 8ish.
Right. I feel like out of character, if we're gonna do like our distraction assault, we should do it either really early in the morning or at,
Mhm.
you know, at daylight, at daybreak or at sunset, because middle of the day we're going to be super visible. But if we've got enough light we can see, but not enough that it obscures us from a distance, that's probably the best.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Bringing them like really early in the morning would be a good idea as well, because they might still be asleep.
Yep. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we delay sleep and rest by just a bit, just a few, maybe 3-4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
We rest, we make our track back. It gives us time to move around before it becomes too late, and we can get this done first thing.
Cool.
Well, in that case, I'll do exactly what Gunn said. I'll start setting up like rope tied around areas to create tripwires and stuff. And
Okay. We'll work off your previous, so I'll check for that one.
yeah.
All right. So, as you wait around, Gun, you spend some time with your sword.
Mm.
And this is a +1 greatsword of shadow slaying. It has advantage against undead.
Motherfucker. Okay. So +1.
+1 to attack and damage rolls. And it is magical, of course. It's also silvered, because there's a separate damage modifiers in my games. Because, you know. All
Just
right.
cause.
Well, having a magic weapon overcoming all types of resistance is boring. And as you all wait and then lay down to rest, you regain all of your hit points and such, and we're going to take a quick break. All right, welcome. Oh, are we back? Okay, thank you for that distraction there. Welcome back, everybody. And as we get back, I'd like you, the people on watches, we'll do them all. We'll just do all the rolls at the same time. So all roll d12s for me.
What's it do?
That's a 3.
5.
6.
Okay. So, for all of you, your watch passes without incident.
I'm never not suspicious when you say that.
Fine. You get eaten by a wolf. That less suspicious?
We just see Taylor there like, I am content with this.
I understand this situation fully.
And as the sun just begins to break the morning light, I would like everyone apart from Namari to take their headphones off.
Oh shit.
So, as the morning comes, you are awoken before anybody else. You hear the sound of wings fluttering, and the small magpie lands
Jamie's not
next to you
fair.
and begins pecking at your forehead.
I wake up.
As you open your eyes, you see a magpie with a silver ring in its mouth. It pecks at you once again.
Hello, old friend.
She hops round,
Seen you in a while. What are you doing here?
faces into a direction, hops down off the rock.
I follow.
As you follow, it hops along until it comes to a tree where a hollow has formed in the center of the tree. And within the hollow sits a book.
Is it for me?
The magpie jumps up into the hollow.
I reach into the hollow.
Okay, the hollow snaps shut around your arm,
I hate you.
and you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as your wrist is caught and crunched. But as the hollow opens, once again your hand is reaching into the book, and the magpie just waggles up and down its beak as if it's laughing at you. And then
I push it with the mage hand, which I remember I should have done. I sort
pushes
of.
back slightly and then flutters away. As
Ow.
you see blood begins to drip from your wrist wound. You hold in your hands now a tall book gilded in brass leaves with green leather, in the center of which, part of the book cover, you see a silver ring,
Similar to that one.
similar to that. And there's a bookmark in the book. A magpie
Sorry?
feather. There's a bookmark in the book. A magpie feather.
No. I have a look at it and leaf through it.
Yeah. You see this is filled with darkened rituals, powerful magics. Known somehow to you.
That should be fun. And I take it, I pocket it, and
Okay.
go back to the camp.
As you make your way back to the camp, wait for Tilly.
Don't worry, Jamie, your hair is beautiful as always.
It's like a lion's mane.
Thank you.
It's
That's
okay.
what I was going for.
I know. It was clear to see for everyone.
Mufasa. As you all begin to awake for the day, you see Namari is already awake, stood by the bottom of the rocks.
Morning.
Morning.
I hurt my hand.
What'd you do?
Touched things I probably shouldn't have touched.
Well, it is a swamp. So,
Yeah.
I hope you still get to fight because we have a lot of it to do today. Potentially.
I Eldritch Blast a nearby tree with the injured hand. Yeah, I'm good.
You hear a as a small piece of wood is blasted out from the tree.
You just hear a,
You killed a puppy.
What? Probably had it coming.
Jesus.
I think I found it was a good boy.
All dogs are good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all dogs also go to heaven.
That is true. True
You
science
stop
fact.
that.
Wow. This got dark real quick.
It really did.
Partly my fault.
Don't worry, you
Most-
didn't kill a dog yet.
Anyway. So we should probably scout the camp out again. Now that we've got this like early morning light.
Yeah.
See what the sitch is.
Go for it. Make a survival check then, Mr. Ronan.
Good old-
Can I, yeah, can I ask our healer friend if you can do something about that? Because that was a lot.
Do we have a healer friend?
Well, priest
Gildebrand.
boy.
Hildebrandt?
Oh, right, you mean Gildebrand, right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you meant a party member. Gildebrand's like, oh.
No, else I would have walked.
He is a party member.
How dare you?
Gildebrand's, oh, thank you. Yeah, I can heal. I don't have much in the way of healing magic, but I can do what I can.
I'm sorry to. I mean, the fight hasn't even started, but.
He clasps your wrists in his hand
clumsy.
and utters a small prayer to Pello about the sunshine.
You are so great.
No, he goes, my sunshine, my only sunshine.
He's not in the party anymore.
I'm so great.
He's dead.
That's 8 points of healing.
Thank you.
I fully expected the shadows to kill him. Just saying.
I was like, with my new sword, I'm like,
He's got 22 hit points, he's fine. He's probably got more hit points than some of the party members.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, what was your survival check then, Brennan?
That was a 24. 18
24.
plus 6.
Okay, so as you make your way back through the rest of the swamp, it does not take long before you arrive at the edge of the camp once more. You see the edges of the ravine and the small bits of buildings that rise over the top of it from this distance, but you're not close enough right now, that you would arise suspicion.
what did we agree on now? Did we agree on something?
damn, shouties. Ronan picks a few off. Then we run in, or climb in, to the arena.
All stealthy like.
Oh,
We
yeah.
don't have fire though, so
Oh, yeah, fire. Oh. Fuck it. Just do
We
it.
can go without the fire this time.
Yeah.
This time. Next time, we'll
We
use
can
fire.
fire later.
We'll be more prepared. Let's just have like an encampment assault kit ready
Yes.
for the next.
I am all for that.
Let's blast the dam then. That's what
so we
sane
know
people would do.
it is. We know the rough pattern of crisscross guard track. Where does the dam lay in reference to the guards, like pathways?
I mean, you can't currently see, and you saw the guards' pathways for a brief period of time yesterday.
Would it be possible for us to get to like the edge of the ravine where we were looking in the other day?
With a stealth deck, you can, yes.
I'll
I'll
stay
try and
back and let the
sneak
sneakies
towards.
have a look.
Okay.
That's an 11
Okay.
Let's say
plus 6.
11 plus 6.
No, auto plus 6. I rolled
Oh.
a die.
16.
Okay. So, as you make your way close towards the edge of the ravine, you immediately, as you begin to get closer, you begin hearing shouting. It doesn't seem it's common. You can't hear it. It's not alarms. It's cheering and roaring. It's mirth. And as you get closer and you peer over the edge, you see now in the center, coming out of the arena, holding a great chain in each hand attached to both of these giant hyenas, is this towering form of a gnoll. You see teeth long, sharp out of its mouth. It's wearing barely any clothing. Its muscles are rippling. In some places, the skin has actually parted, viewing the muscle underneath. Its claws are long, black, and look incredibly sharp. You see them glint in the light as it just shuffles along this gigantic form of a gnoll, and you hear everyone around them going, kick, nish, as the creature pulls tightly on the chains, dragging the giant hyenas behind it.
Okay.
Him and a small cohort make their way up to the edge of one of the dams, where it's dammed, where the water was dammed off. And Kingnish just reaches out with a hand, still grasping the chain, and tears the dam open, just ripping the logs off, just snapping them straight up. It just climbs out of the ravine, dragging the hyenas up behind him. They don't get a chance to walk up. He just pulls them up with him and lands on the top of the ravine. Just begins the party of dogs clambering behind him like dogs nipping at the heels of the master. Just begin following him as they walk off into the swamp. About 6 gnolls. Now everyone in the camp is just like, you see them, they're all chanting in fervor with each other. They're very hopped up, very excited.
Well, that'll be our immortal fella that we want to avoid.
Which
That'll be
direction is he
our-
going in?
The direction the tomb is.
We potentially have a very good opportunity here
Mm-hmm.
because he has taken those big dogs.
This is true.
So if we're gonna use the dust and sneak in, we should do it now.
Do it. Let's do it now.
Yep.
While everyone's gone.
It only lasts for how long, though?
2d4 minutes.
Yeah.
2d4
We should-
minutes, right?
We should try and move around the top to get to where we can drop down to the vault quickly and then use it.
Okay. So you're making your way back to the party at this point.
Yes, and explaining that we saw this horrible thing.
Yeah, and the rest of you actually saw Kiknish and his party moving off in the distance. You could see this lumbering figure that just pushes trees, and as they walks past, it just bends them down.
It's just unnecessary.
So, in feet, how big would you say this dude is?
About 8 to 9.
8 to 9. Right.
Yeah. But it's got very long, lumbering arms that sort of would reach down far longer than an arm would. It's very top-heavy as the figure.
Skips
Well,
like me.
hopefully we never have to see him again.
Yeah, I would see him once he's mortal. That'd be nice.
What if he looks exactly the same? He just couldn't be killed.
That's still better than it is now.
Yeah.
True.
We take it. Ugh.
Immortal and Kiknish.
So yeah, I guess we try and find the point in the ravine that is above the vault, above the arena.
Yep.
Okay. So you make your way around, skirting a long circle around to the other side, so you're now facing the opposite end of the arena.
Yes.
Okay.
And how steep is the ravine down to the arena?
It's about a 3-foot drop down.
Ah, okay, we're fine then.
It's
That's
built
like
into
3
the wall.
tillies.
Yeah, it's built into the wall of the ravine. Is this arena?
Okay, yeah. So, I say we dust up, we get inside this arena, we crack up with this vault while he's gone. Hopefully, figure out what to do with this blood.
Hopefully.
Alright, let's dust up.
Okay.
Dust me.
So as you all stand close, who's got the dust?
Activate dust.
I've written it down. I don't know if that means I have it, but I have written it down. So
Let's say you do.
Let's
Yeah.
say
Okay.
you have it. No one
I
else
have the
appears to
dust.
have written it down. So everyone gathers around you and you throw the dust up into the air, and as it scatters down, you vanish. All of the small plants around you vanish. The pebbles vanish. Everything but the ground and the water around you just vanishes. And as you all look at each other, you can't see each other.
Okay, well, let's sneak into this arena independently then, I guess.
Yeah, after you.
You
Without
said
gesture,
potentially
I-
to
nobody.
whom? Who were you pointing at? Because
It was a grand gesture. It was fabulous, and I gestured to everyone.
You just hear
God,
a
we're gonna
splash
bump
in the
into
mud
each
as
other
I
the whole
just...
time.
Okay, I'd like you all to make a stealth check for me with advantage because you're invisible.
Love stealth.
I'm gonna give guidance to Gunnhild.
Don't need it.
Don't
It's a
never
24
mind.
for me.
If you give guidance, you will turn
I'll be-
visible.
Is it an act? Okay, fair enough.
Also,
then I will give guidance. to
Can
no
you
one.
roll? Can you roll your 2d4
The
for how long it
minutes.
lasts?
Yeah.
6. 4 and a 2.
6. So you have 6 minutes of invisibility.
Sick.
Do we have advantage on the stealth checks?
Yes, because you're invisible.
That is 15.
Minus
Okay.
21.
21.
24.
17.
22.
Okay.
But
So
I
as you
didn't
all
get it.
hop down onto the top of the roof of this arena, where are you going from here?
To the
In.
thing.
Hidden, preferably.
What's the
I mean-
post where the hyenas were chained?
So you're on the roof of the arena right now.
Oh, roof. Right, we need to.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a
Not-
solid roof?
Essentially, yes.
Can we like drop down if I go to the entrance?
You can, yeah.
How
It's
big is
about-
that drop?
A 10-foot drop.
That's fine.
Can I just climb down with my second story work?
You can, yeah.
Okay, nice.
Everybody else, I'd like to make an athletics check.
Can I set up a rope? Would a rope be visible for like only for me?
I mean, the rope was on your person when the spell was cast, so if you set the rope up, the rope will also be invisible to everyone.
Yeah, but to me, I'll be able to like use it.
Yeah, if you keep holding on to it, if you let go of it, you don't know what the rope is anymore.
Oh no, absolutely gonna keep holding it.
Okay.
I
Well, I
got it.
suppose once you've got to the ground, you kind of like use your foot to mark in the ground where
Okay.
it is.
Does that give me advantage?
I mean, if you've got a rope, you just go down. It's 10 feet.
Oh, thank God, because I rolled a natural one.
I got 24, so I do a couple of chin-ups before I drop.
Okay. As you all drop to 10 feet, apart from Ronan, you hear as you all land in the muddy water, making the sound of someone dropping from 10 feet.
I got an 11, by the way, on mine.
Okay, that's fine.
17.
You climb down, yeah. And as that happens, you hear a, "What was that noise? Go check it out." And you hear a as a pair of feet come through the river, and you see towering gnoll looks around.
I want to like because I assume if there's a roof to this, there's like pillars as well underneath or a wall.
There's a wall.
Mm.
You're up against a wall right
Okay,
now.
so yeah, I want to be up against the wall, and if the gnoll looks like it's cottoned onto that we're here, I want to grapple it and drown it.
Jeez.
What's the
Okay.
environment like around us? Is it like the wall, ground? What else is around us?
So where you are right now,
Mm-hmm.
you're at the bottom of a wall. Yeah.
Yep.
The ground is mud. It is
Oh, it's mud.
not thick mud. Yeah, you're in the ravine right now. That's been drained. It's mud, but it's not thick mud. Across from you, where the gnoll came from, there's a hut, and up towards your left now, there is a. It goes up to where there's a dam.
Right. Can I use prestidigitations?
If you if you cast a spell, you will turn
Ooh,
visible.
yeah. I'm not going to do anything then.
Okay.
I want to grab it then if it looks like it spotted us. And hold
Creature
its
looks
muzzle shut.
around.
I'm sort of invisibly doing that.
Nothing here. Turns, looks round. Must have been bit of shit. And then walks back into the hut.
And where's the entrance into the to like the thing behind the arena? Yeah, the tomb.
I mean, the arena is built up against the side of the wall of the ravine where you were told the tomb is.
Yeah.
The vault is. The vault is inside the arena.
I want to quietly make my way into the arena.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you make your way around the front, and I met with these two large hardwood doors at the front of the arena that are currently closed. They're probably around. They almost go to the top of the arena. So these are like 9-foot tall doors.
Okay, but we saw the dogs, so there must be some open like.
The dogs were on the outside of the arena.
Oh,
Yeah.
Guarding the entrance.
makes more sense.
Is it worth looking around the building, see if there's a smaller entrance, or are we just gonna go with this?
I don't know, we've got 6 minutes. Probably more like 5 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like 5 at this point.
I was like looking around, being like, "What the hell? What the fuss is her? That way's him. This way's her." Trying to get my surroundings.
Are the guards still nearby?
You can see the patrols are walking past. And they're all the other way.
I
And
just wanna-
there is a number of creatures around you as well right now. Right, you can see, where you are looking right now, you can see 5 different huts, right? And there's people sat outside the huts, there's people sat on rocks between the huts. You can probably see around 20 different creatures, including gnolls, cultists, and hyenas right now.
Just want to like sidle up against the doors and just give it like the teeniest little push just to see if there's any sort of give or if it's locked barred.
There's a very slight give. It doesn't look like it's locked or barred, it's just very heavy.
I can push this open for a little bit. Really, there's enough to squeeze through.
Yeah, do we want to just look for the perfect time and then all slip in together?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wait for the peak where all of the guards are as far away as possible before they come back.
Mm-hmm.
Is there always someone able to see the entrance with
Yes.
the other creatures?
There's at least a dozen people always able to see the entrance.
Cool.
You're surrounded by people who are chatting, conversing. Essentially, they're having a party right now. Because their glorious leader has just gone to kill you.
Also, like a good portion of them are really dumb.
If we do it slowly and quietly, we should be alright.
I have
I mean-
one other idea.
Out of character, most of them are smarter than you, Tilly.
That's
Yeah,
not
okay.
hard though, is it?
Wow.
I'm street smart, okay?
They have an intelligence of 10.
My other idea is I go back around the corner, make myself look like a gnoll. You help me open the door if it's too heavy for me.
Mm-hmm.
If any of them turn around and look, I'll just say I left something inside.
Sure. That also
As option
works.
B.
Yeah, I like that.
I like
Do
that.
we want... Okay, we do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I go back around the corner so that no one can see me, yeah?
Well, it's a cylinder.
Right. But like where we drop down from.
Where you drop
was-
down, people could see you there.
Oh, they could still see.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the only reason they couldn't see you is because they were invisible.
Well, I didn't. But the way I was imagining
Right,
it was like no one was around. But is there anywhere like close that I could sort of just duck in, so that it's not just like a gnoll appeared?
Right, look. I have a picture of the camp here. This is the arena.
Mm-hmm.
There's a hut there. The ravine goes up there. The ravine goes these places. There's 2 huts there, a hut there, and a hut there.
In between the 2 huts or something.
All right.
Yeah.
I could push the door open and then have them all come out from inside the arena.
True. Yeah. Yeah.
But then I'd be outside.
No,
But the door would
we
be
open the
open.
door, you go in, quickly turn into a gnoll, make it look like you are opening the door from the inside.
Okay. Yeah. I suppose. Yeah, that could work. But then, me gnoll would be on my way out of the arena. Why would I open a door
You
to
could
go out to
then
come
like
back in?
pat your sides and be like, "Oh, my sword," and then go back in or something.
I suppose I could do that.
Got the dog shovel. Dog shit shovel.
That's true. And I just have Gift of the Gab anyway.
Yeah.
So. Bugger it. Go on then.
All right. I'll open the door a little bit, enough for Tristan to squeeze through.
Yeah, I'll slip in and
As soon as the door begins to open, everyone looks around towards the door.
I'll slip in and then turn into a gnoll.
Okay.
And then sort of slowly walk out again.
Okay, as you walk out, you hear people, immediately someone goes, "What are you doing in there?"
I left something in there.
No one goes in there but Kiknish.
Who do you think let me in?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Ooh.
Can we all be slipping into the arena while this happens?
You fucking
Oh,
better
sure,
be.
so.
An 18 goes down to a 15, but with a plus. Which one did you say? Deception.
Deception.
Oh,
With a plus 9.
Plus 9.
So
How?
15 plus 9, so 24.
Not enough.
Ooh.
They go, "No. You are trying to take his power. Get him." As everyone around you immediately stands up, bows are drawn, swords are unsheathed, power starts crackling in people's hands. You have about a second before you're barraged with a lot of
Get
stuff.
back in, I'm going to shut this
Yeah, I'm
down.
going in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So as you jump inside, you hear as arrows
Guys,
slam
it
into
didn't
the other
work.
side.
Is there
We can
sort
tell.
of a bar or anything on this side I can put down? Like a wooden plank or...
On this side,
Yeah.
there isn't, but there's like a very large, like what looks to be like a tooth or a tusk on the interior of this arena by the side of the door.
Okay. Well, I'll slam that in front of the door so they can't get through.
Okay, make a strength check for me.
Just strength.
Mm-hmm.
That's 19.
Okay, as you grab it, slam it in front of the door, you feel on the other side of the door as it buckles, but there's this huge giant tooth in front of it now.
Fucking go!
Yeah, can we see the entrance to this vault?
Well, as you turn around and get a good look at this arena now, it begins to set in exactly what you're stood on. Because it's not dirt. Looking down now and feeling and squelching at the floor that you assume was mud in your panic, you look and see the entire floor of this arena is covered in a mass of flesh in various states of decay. Parts of it undulate and shift underneath for some unknown force causing it to bubble and pry. And at the opposite end of it, of this thick layer of just peeled apart flesh, you see carved into the side is a door with a keyhole in it.
I go and stick that key in there.
Stone door. Behind you now, you can still hear the of the door being opened, and you hear someone yell out, "Get Kiknish! They are here!"
Yeah, I'm gonna
From
rush
the other side
over.
of the door, I just go, "No, we're not!"
So, you rush into the door, up to the door, put the key in the lock, and you hear a ting 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 ting, and the door opens, revealing darkness within.
Drift globe on, light,
Okay.
and I start going down those stairs and suggest everyone follows me.
And you hear the gears in the door are still turning now.
Can we close
You are
that thing
going
again?
You're going in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
already in.
Okay. As you step in, a few seconds pass before the door closes shut once more.
That's good, right?
Cool, I
That's
was gonna
good.
do that
Brilliant.
anyway.
Take the key with
This is
us.
fine.
The key goes completely into the door when you put it in. There was nothing to take out.
This is
And it's-
fine.
As
This
you
is
look
fine.
around
This is
now,
good. We can work with this. Maybe we will not. I mean, at least the floor isn't flesh.
There's always a way out of these things.
as
I
you
think.
turn around and look at the door now, it is this figure of a snarling face, open mouth on the inside of this door. This picture of this face is just pure anger, and there is a void in its mouth.
Hmm.
Friendly.
Stress inspiring. A void in its mouth that's painted, or is there an actual hole?
There's a hole in its mouth.
Can I mage hand see if there's anything in there, having learned from a previous experience not too long ago?
I mean, yeah, it's a void. It's a hole.
Hey Tilly, can you send your drift globe in there?
I mean, that's from the
yes.
from the door you just came
Oh,
in.
right, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh.
Never mind.
That's not
I
going
don't see the
forward.
point.
Alright, never mind.
Yeah.
Let's forge onwards.
It's on the inside of the door.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, as you walk a short distance into the entryway, it's supported by 4 pillars. At the end of the room, at the end of the room, a set of banded wooden doors are rotted and weak, and a plinth in the center of the room holds a plaque.
Is it legible? Is there words on it?
It appears to be made out of brass, and it reads, "Upon ye who enter here rests a great burden. Beyond lies a challenge of purity and of sacrifice."
I don't know a whole
Purity.
lot about either of those things.
Yes,
That's-
purity and sacrifice.
Unfortunate. Well, yeah, let's have a look. Let's see how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
Sally on.
Okay, so as you push the doors open, they just break and fall in front of you. Just over however long it's been, they've just pretty much rotted completely. But as you make your way into the corridor, it turns off to the right, but there is a wall there. And a similar snarling face to the one that you saw in the door sits there, another void in its mouth.
I mage hand again.
There's nothing in there.
Well, I'm not putting anything attached to me in there.
Is it big, that void, or like?
It's about the size of your arm. Like,
Is that the sacrifice part? Because I don't like it.
Hey, Gildebrand.
No!
it's Gildebrand.
Sure. How badly do you want to stop this thing?
Very much so.
Well, I need both my hands.
What are you doing?
So...
I also need both my hands, but I can heal your wounds.
I just...
Let's not
Don't be an idiot.
sacrifice.
And then I
Yeah,
put
as-
my arm in.
Okay, so
Just
you
check out
put your arm in and the mouth slams shut, grabbing you, and it hurts. It definitely hurts. And you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as these stone jaws just plunge into your arm. But you go, "Ugh!" And as you do, you feel something move slightly, and you are rocketed along the corridor as this mouth slams back 100 feet, taking you with it into the other wall at the other end. And as you slam into it, I would like you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Hey, it's a good job it was me.
Hmm.
That's natural
Expecting
20.
that.
Natural 20. Okay, so you only take half damage. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you are thrown into this wall, into this face at the other end as it just comes to a sudden stop, just crunches in and slides off to the side before the mouth opens and releases your arm.
Hmm.
Oh.
How far is she away now from us?
100 feet.
100 foot.
Are you okay?
I think so. Why are you so far away? Where the fuck? Who?
Is it just like perfect smooth corridor?
Yeah, she just got dragged back by this like sheet of stone with this face on it, just 100 feet into the wall at the other end.
Well,
Can I look around? Is there anything written anywhere? Is
No,
everything just smooth stone?
it's smooth stone all the way down. It's a corridor and long, like, you know, it's enough for you to walk down single file.
Should we just walk? Is
Yeah.
it safe?
And you at the other end, Gun.
mhm.
You look down and the vault continues on.
It's this way. Ow.
That was strange,
Mm.
but okay. Maybe not put our arms in more things.
No, I mean it opened up the way, so we should. I think next time though, before we do it, someone should hit me, so I get angry and I don't take as much damage.
Not it.
I'm a bit more
Sure.
resilient.
Sure. Well, let's keep going.
Let's just
I think
step
we-
into the new corridor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we follow this new line.
Okay, so as you follow this new corridor down and meet up with Gunnhild once more, who's looking slightly worse for wear and slightly bruised.
A little bit.
Is her arm still stuck in the jaws of it, or is
No,
it?
no,
No.
it released it.
I'm free.
So, as you look beyond now, there is another room, and as the drift globe illuminates it, two small troughs of water sit at the side, and at the ends of them, small water features pour water into these channels. And at the back of the room, a suit of armor stands to attention, sword and shield placed decoratively in front of it. And it stands in front of a set of what look to be iron doors.
My guess is not. We shouldn't get too close to that thing.
I think Tilly just crosses her arms and is like, I'm not too good at these puzzle things. I just hurt people.
Well, we don't know if the iron doors are locked yet. We're just assuming.
So just two water troughs and the armor. No vessels, no buckets, no... Can I touch the water? See if it's just water.
You haven't moved into the room yet.
I move into the room.
Okay. As you move into the room, you hear a rushing sound from the water. As the water pulls itself up from the channels on the side of the room and into the suit of armor as it fills up, water forming liquid musculature as the sword is pulled off. The shield comes out. And you hear a voice echoes within like the sound of someone talking through a diving bell. As it says, "Those who proceed must be strong of heart and pure of spirit. Stand forth your champion, so they may be judged."
Our champion should take the dust.
I was thinking the same thing.
I have the dust. I think if I have the other thing, I'm having that
No,
one as well.
I
you?
had the dust.
Just
Where's the
right.
dust? Where's the dust?
The gnoll says me. Well, the question is, who's going to see it? Who's going to walk up?
I'll do it.
I don't mind either.
You sure? I'm always ready for a scrap.
I've never been called a champion in my life, so I'll pass.
I don't know if it's a scrap.
I don't either.
Yeah, I'll start. I'll go.
Okay. Ronan, what's your alignment?
It is blank, but he's good. He is definitely good because his backstory is like, remember with the whole other crew and stuff. Like,
Yeah. So, neutral good?
yeah, that's probably more where he's at.
Okay. So as you step forward.
Or no, probably lawful good.
Lawful.
Actually, yeah.
Okay. As you step forward, the suit of armor turns and faces you. And you see, though it has no eyes within this great helm, you feel as if something is staring at you. And it just drops a sword. And the sharpness of the blade cuts an inch into the floor, and it just stands there. So it puts a hand out.
Actually, looking like they have to. Is it like?
Check it.
Yeah, sure. I would put a hand out as well.
Grasps your hand, just pulls you towards it, till you're stood right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Place your trust. Do you? Let me try that again. Are you strong of heart and pure of spirit?
I am.
Let's go. Then there is no more trial to be had. You speak the truth. And the water pours out of the armor, and the armor falls to the ground in pieces as the water recedes back into the channels at the side.
There's a lot of hat stuff in this place.
Well, luckily, between the 5 of us, we have 10 of those. Sorry,
6.
Gildebrand. Yeah.
Well, it's been pretty easy so far.
Just open the doors, I suppose.
The doors open.
Alright, well, we should keep going if it's all this easy.
After you, Mr. Champion.
I have a hunch if that had been me, it would have gone very different.
Just a hunch.
Well, lead the way, Mr. Pure of Heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
Mr. Purified.
Pure.
Would have gone very different with a bard as well.
As you step into the next room. This room is larger than the others. The ceiling is taller, extending up around 30 feet, and is domed at the top. The doors at the other end of the room are sheet, what looks to be steel, polished to an almost mirror finish. There is something engraved on it, but you can't see from here. But much of the room, aside from a thin pathway around the edges, is dominated by a large series in a circle of glyphs, magical glyphs that emanate this bluish light that flickers in the near darkness, only being illuminated by the drift globe.
How thin is this ridge?
It's enough for you to walk along easily enough.
Oh. So, what say you guys? We go around this ridge.
Carefully go around this ridge.
Very carefully around this ridge.
As we're doing that, can I sort of look at the glyphs on our way?
Make an Arcana check.
It's a natural 1.
Good.
You're not
job.
quite sure.
I'm too busy thinking, having fur is weird.
Well, you don't actually have fur.
No, I know, but like it looks like I do, and it's still weird.
Been resisting to the urge to pet you
Yeah.
for the last half hour.
You're a kimono friend.
No, let's not get on that. So, you make your way around the outside, and at the other end, you can now read what it says on the door. Plain common, no tricks. And it reads, "Along the way, some may be lost, but the one who continues will find the prize."
I don't like the sound of that at all.
Yeah.
Nope.
This whole thing started off with sacrifice, and now it's like, yeah, you're gonna lose people, but the one at the end's gonna win. That sounds bad. But
And
The one that continues will what? Sorry.
Find the price.
When
will find the prize.
and there's no door on this side, right? It's just a sheet.
But it's two sheet iron doors, and as you look now, there's actually another inscription at the top of the doors, so faint that you could not see it from the other side of the room. And it simply says, "With tempered rage."
Look at gun.
someone punch me.
Is this where we punch you in the face?
Just watch my nose. It's
Okay.
already been broken 12 times.
I grab her by the shoulders and like,
Okay.
yeah.
One
You're
damage,
just
I guess.
taking this. What's your strength?
11.
So you take 1 point of damage, Gunnhild. Tunk. It's like a beam.
I don't even recoil.
Just fuck, that was bad.
Oh, like,
Ow.
good. It's good enough. Okay.
To practice your raging.
And
Get
then
angry.
now I'm going to try and prise open these doors. Try and get through them.
Okay. Make a strength check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, but I'm raging, so I have advantage, so it's just a straight roll.
Yeah.
Ooh, 18 plus 4 strength is 22.
Try as you might, you cannot prise these doors open until a point where it snaps and snaps one of your fingernails off.
Wow.
Fuck! Well, I'm still raging. That counts as damage.
Technically.
I'm just gonna stand there and huff and puff until someone figures out this riddle, because I'm...
Can I have a closer look at the glyphs?
Yeah, make an arcane check. Arcana check. Arcane is
That's a 19.
previous edition.
19.
19.
Yeah.
So, this glyph only goes off when it is willed. However, anyone within the glyph at the time of it going off, and it can go off multiple times, appears to be caught by a form of magic far higher than you have ever seen or witnessed.
This is another sacrifice thing, guys.
Like the dad sacrifice, like
I don't know. I've never felt any of this force. This is way above our pay grade.
I prod Gildebrand and ask him to explain to me what tempered means, because I have 8 intelligence.
It's sort of like controlled. When talking about a person, it's sort of controlled rage.
That doesn't sound like Gun at all.
No,
Hey,
it's
fuck
like what
you.
Gun. It's like what Gun does. Have you ever seen anyone else be able to get angry on command?
I mean, I'm sure I could whirl it up with a few drinks.
I wouldn't call you very
Fair
tempered.
point.
Sorry, friend.
Crossed arms again.
I angrily reach for my skin that has booze in it, angrily drink some, and then I'm going to march towards those glyphs.
Okay.
Are you?
Take a deep breath. And
I'll
stand
punch
up.
Gun as they're walking past.
I appreciate it. And
You
then
take 0 points of damage?
-2.
Yeah,
You
stronger
got
than
healed
you?
somehow.
How did that happen?
take a
I
deep,
figured you'd
angry
do
breath and stand inside there.
Okay. You stand inside the glyphs.
I don't feel it to happen.
You got a plan there, Gun?
I don't know. I thought something would happen. Magic shit. I don't
I
understand.
think
it.
you have to give it permission or ask
You have to
for
will it.
something to happen.
I stand there and I think
It is
really
probably
hard
bad. Don't-
about opening the doors and engaging these glyphs or whatever, like getting through and letting my friends through.
Okay, and you watch now as very quickly this thin strands of arcane silk spiral up from the ground, tracing a shape through the air as a cage forms around you, locking you in place. It's big enough that you can barely move your arms up like that. You are stood in place.
There's a door.
The door does not open.
How many glyphs are there?
There's one big glyph, made up of multiple different runes. Glyphs.
Try-
Sigils, one might say.
Sigils.
Sigils, yes.
Like, someone try opening the doors if I'm in here. It might not have opened itself. You might actually have to do some sort of physical labour.
Nah, it's not me.
I guess
How-
I'll try and
I'll
Yeah.
check
the door open.
I'll try one side and someone else take the other side. Not gun.
Yeah, does it budge at all?
Gun, can you try and move? Can you try and move through it?
Even touching it slightly just blasts you back as if you're smacked by some force and you crack yourself in the face with your own arm.
I think really hard about letting them through the door.
Nothing seems to happen. Do you want me to
What does the
reread what it
inscription-
says?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
It says,
Along the way, some may be lost, but the one that continues will find the prize. The one, singular.
Okay, I figure that means that it's not just Gunnhild to be on there. I'll jump on and will the door to activate as well.
Gildebrand immediately follows you and is like, for the greater good.
It's the,
Yeah.
the tempered rage bit that's getting
Yeah, I'm
me.
not sure what rage plays into this.
Maybe the one that should have stayed outside was the
Maybe.
first to go in.
Who wants to not stand on the glyph?
I mean,
No.
if it's left in me to open that door, we'll be here for an eternity.
I'm not really a big fan of being in cages.
Neither. But
Well, I'll stand in it.
Okay. Gildebrand has already got a cage around him at this point.
Mm.
He's just stood there, and you see he's got his hands crossed, and he's muttering something to himself.
I look at
Bye.
Tilly.
A man cage?
Have you willed it?
Yes.
Then you're also in a cage.
Yay.
I look at Tilly. It's rock, paper, scissors, this shit.
Can we just
Wow.
flip a coin?
Hmm?
Also, just for reference, while I'm in the cage, I'd like to use prestidigitation to make a little symbol on the floor outside of my cage, just to see if it
When
goes
you
through.
try, nothing goes through.
Right. Good to know. Sorry.
So yeah, but how are we gonna figure this one out, Namari?
Whoever wins stays out.
Sure. How are we gonna visually do that in the show that we do? guess.
Do you want to be making those motions on the internet, Lydia?
Yes, I do. I did that on purpose. Probably not a good
Okay.
decision, but when have I ever made a good decision?
Well-
Okay. And 1, 2, 3.
Fuck. This is difficult.
The
Skype delay!
This isn't gonna work.
I feel
I'll
like
flip a-
rolling a dice.
All right,
maybe.
listen. I have a coin here. I'm going to flip
Yeah.
a coin.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is the coin, and who goes first?
I guess Tilly will flip and call heads.
Okay. It's tails.
Cool. Well, I guess I very begrudgingly walk over to this glyph then. Someone made up a terrible little cage.
Okay.
I walk over to the door. It's a bit of work.
I look very uncomfortable.
Okay. So, as Tilly walks into the cage, and the spiraling arcane energy surrounds her, the door opens.
I walk through, looking back
Okay.
once more at
I do my saddest of sad faces, like puppy dog eyes. Like,
As you walk through the door, they close behind you.
Yeah.
I would like everyone else to take their headphones off again.
Like that.
For the second time today with Namari.
No, fuck.
So, as your eyes adjust to the fact you no longer have light, your elven part of your dark vision helping, you see now the walls here have engravings on them as well. And it says, very big letters, it says, "But those who are lost shall be remembered." The corridor goes on for around 20 feet, until at the end of it, there is a simple wooden door. It is not rotted or faded in any way, shape, or form. It has a handle and no visible lock.
I walk towards the door.
Okay.
You better come back, guys. I'm not doing this alone. Mostly because I won't be able to do this alone. You come back to me, you come back to me. And I try open the door.
Okay. You open it. So, the large room beyond is lit by ever-burning torches in the corners. It's banded in thick brass supports that wrap around the walls, engraved with arcane runes. Save for one that flickers and spurts, the brass slightly oxidized as you see a faint trickle of murky water make its way across it. The center of the room houses a giant apparatus, at the center of which is a glass ball supported by brass rods attached to fixed stone pillars. In the center of the ball is a single tiny drop of blood. An opening in the front of the orb is locked off by a brass plate, a hole wide enough for an arm. A plaque at the bottom of the apparatus reads, "To the one who reads this, know that it means the time has come to end an age-old danger. Temper your rage, feed your bloodshed. Take this curse, make your sacrifice."
I look back and around the room, seeing is there anyone else here with me?
It is just you.
Could I just take the vial?
It's a sphere about
Sphere.
like 3 feet across. It's quite large. There's a tiny singular drop of blood in the middle.
Temper your rage. I don't have much rage. I don't want to. But what did you say with the arm through?
There's this hole in the side of it which is covered by like essentially like a little brass door that you can open.
Yeah, I opened the little brass door.
You open it and you see the blood within just begins to twist and sort of undulate, and sort of it looks like if blood could be furious, this blood looks furious.
I reach in.
I peeked through my hair at the perfect moment.
Hello.
So, as you reach in to the inside of this crystal sphere, as soon as your hand passes into the air within, the blood leaps from its center point into your fingernail, and you see as all of the veins on your finger and increasingly up your arm pulse out. You feel like they're about to burst, and as it courses through your veins, your mind shrinks down until it has but one singular thought. And it echoes through you with an otherworldly voice, which is certainly not your own. And it says, hunger. And that is what will end tonight's session.
So that went well.
Oh.
Don't leave me alone with that shit.
What did you do, Lydia?
I touched things.
So this is a short campaign. What's your next character going to be, Lydia?
Not a warlock.
Oh, shit.
I just hope we're not caged food for whatever's supposed to come out of there anyway. Because that would be unfortunate.
Nothing makes a tasty treat like Rainbow Bard.
Yeah.
A new cereal from Kellogg's.
Well.
Now I know what it's like. When you guys were like, Susie, no! I know what it's like.
Well, we will find out the results of what that was next week.
On Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I mean...
Still transforming.
This was very much like a Dragon Ball episode. So, thank you very much everyone for joining us. We will be back at the same time next week. On Wednesday, there is more D&D on this channel with Bike Club.
Yeah, Bike Club's back.
Where you get to see you get to see the results of my bad decisions.
So yeah, if you're new to the channel, you've not tuned in before, I run a D&D game on every other Wednesday called Bike Club. It's the Curse of Strahd adventure, but heavily modified. And Tristan, our lovely DM, and Namari are in it. And they're all just terrible, horrible murder hobos who've done crimes.
I am not.
They shanked
Look,
a guy in a
just
toy
held
shop.
someone.
It was one time.
They brutally murdered a man in a toy shop, so don't let
One
them tell you
time.
otherwise.
One time.
But yeah, so 8 p.m.
We murdered
GMT,
other people, including the
Wednesday.
chicken.
Yes, and of course, this show is on every Monday. You can catch up on both of those shows on the YouTube channel that Susie runs.
Yeah, I did it. You all need to follow it because if I get 100 subscribers, I can change my URL to actually have a URL and not a bunch of numbers and letters.
Nambers.
We need that URL.
We need that
We need
URL.
to get that URL.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. As always, we do appreciate any support that you give us, and that means, just follow the stream, tell us how much you like it. It's really nice when people tell us if they like this. Doesn't really do anything, but it makes us feel nice, and that's the best thing you can do. But yeah, join us again next week. If you have any questions, please do let us know. If you want to yell at us, please don't. But aside from
You
that,
can yell at me, I'm fine with that.
Me too.
all right, you can yell at those two. Fine, all those three. All right, you can yell at them. Don't yell at me. I'm not going to listen to you anyway. But aside from that, we will see you for more Kureon next week. Bye, everyone.